Good evening. Women is symbol of power, God's finest and beautiful creation, without whom no creation is possible. Happy Women's Day. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Princess Shabika congratulated by Shura Chairman on International Women's Day. Tribute to Women on International Women's Day by the Supreme Council for Women. His Highness Sheikh Nasser attends Royal Guard graduation ceremony. His Majesty King's visit bolsters Bahrain's historic Saudi ties. PCR testing not mandatory for Abu Dhabi arrivals, UAE announced. Syro-Malabar Society organized a special event for the members of Bahrain Kim's Health Hospital on the occasion of World Hearing Day. Today's news in detail. Shura Council Chairman Ali bin Saleh Al Saleh congratulated Her Royal Highness Princess Shabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women CSCW on International Women's Day, celebrated this year under the theme Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. The chairman affirmed the royal support enjoyed by Bahraini women and praised the distinguished role of Her Royal Highness Princess Shabika in supporting them and ensuring their advancement and equal access in all fields. The Supreme Council for Women has issued a report marking the International Women's Day. The report highlights the progress made by Bahraini women in terms of economic participation during the past decade of the National Plan for the Advancement of Bahraini Women 2013 to 2022. 46% of employees at the Bahrain Tourism and Exhibition Authority BTEA are females. This announcement was made on the eve of the International Women's Day marked globally today. National Security Advisor and Royal Guard Commander Major General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa attended the Royal Guard graduation ceremony. Sheikh Nasser was briefed about the practical military exercises and scientific skills carried out during the course. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers COVID Update.
COVID Updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
To mark International Women's Day today, the Lost Oil Well Gallery is hosting a series of events and activities until Thursday. The Together as One project is now on display at the gallery located in Al Ali Mall. All profits from the sale of paintings will be donated to Shamsaha, a non-profit women's empowerment and advocacy organization in the region. The National Audit Office NAO annual report and audited financial statements for the year ending on December 31st have been submitted to His Majesty King Hamad. His Majesty King Hamad's visit to Saudi Arabia will further strengthen strategic coordination across all fields to achieve common interests, the cabinet has said. Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa yesterday chaired the weekly meeting at Gudaibiya Palace. Bahrain's cybercrimes authorities have warned internet users to be careful of illegal websites using the logo of Police Media Center for scams, including stealing credit card details. The Anti-Cybercrimes Directorate of the General Directorate of Anti-Corruption and Economic and Electronic Security said these websites were discovered during routine follow-up to ensure electronic protections of all users. Now we shall go for short commercial break.
Cetaphil greets all women folk a happy International Women's Day.
Welcome back. Syro Malabar Society organized a special event for its members in association with Bahrain KIMS Health Hospital on the occasion of World Hearing Day.
Helen Keller, an American writer who was blind and deaf, once said, "Blindness keeps us away from surroundings, but deafness keeps us away from ourselves." Recognizing the plight of the deaf, Bahrain's KIMS Health Hospital organized such an event on the occasion of World Hearing Day. Dr. Rijo Mangalashiril, head and specialist ENT at KIMS Health Hospital, provided the participants with simple words on how to identify early hearing impairments in children and adults, what treatments can be given, and how lifestyles, including mobile phone use, can affect hearing. He also cleared up the doubts raised by the members of the Syro Malabar Society on the subject with the help of a video presentation during the interactive session. KIMS Health COO Tariq Najib has said,
With growing noise pollution around the world, World Health Organization has counted March 3rd as the World Hearing Day, and it is our pleasure to host Syro Malabar Society to celebrate this occasion with a wonderful talk by Dr. Rijo, and I would like to thank members of the Syro Malabar Society for joining us in this wonderful program. Dr. Rijo has come with a lot of experience, 8 years of experience in the field of ENT and ENT surgeries. So he is going to give us a talk about this program. And at this hospital, at KIMS Health Hospital, Dr. Rijo has added fantastic value to us in performing surgeries of great multitude. We do surgeries of FES, tonsils, ear surgeries, nose surgeries, and also complicated microlaryngeal throat surgeries as well. So on this day, I would like to welcome Dr. Rijo to speak about this program more.
30 ENT vouchers for Syro Malabar Society members, including doctor's consultation and a free ear cleaning package, were handed over to SIMS President Charles Aluka by KIMS Health COO Tariq Najib during the ceremony. Paul Urawat, Chairman, SIMS Core Group, Francis Kaidarat, former President of SIMS and social activist, Saju Stephen, General Secretary of SIMS, and women members of SIMS were also part of the event. For services including booking and appointments at KIMS Health Hospital, please call 17822123 or WhatsApp 39757482.
The National Initiative for Agricultural Development (NIAD) has announced the planting of trees at the Janabia Junction with support from the Embassy of the People's Republic of China as part of the Forever Green campaign. The Chinese embassy's support reflects its keenness to consolidate relationships between the two countries, promote a culture of environmental preservation, and contribute to development in Bahrain by engaging in planting 250 trees. A research and training center to be established at the country's main public hospital will aim to develop modern treatments and medicines for sickle cell disease (SCD), a blood disorder that is extremely common in Bahrain. According to experts, the center to be set up at the Genetic Blood Diseases Center in the Salmania Medical Complex (SMC) will serve an estimated 27 million people in the region. New categories of beneficiaries could become eligible for a waiver of or a reduction in municipal fees. Works, Municipalities Affairs and Urban Planning Minister Essam Khalaf told municipal councillors in writing that the issue was under consideration by the Cabinet's Ministerial Committee for Legislative and Legal Affairs Committee. Bahrain should snap up the opportunity to host 2 F1 races this year following the cancellation of the Russian Grand Prix, says MPs. 5 MPs led by Parliament's Public Utilities and Environment Affairs Committee Chairman Khalid Bouonk have submitted an urgent proposal for inclusion in today's parliamentary session. The Saudi Falcons Club is taking part in the World Defense Show organized by the General Authority for Military Industries GAMI in Riyadh from March 6 to 9 through a special corner in the Culture Ministries Pavilion. Visitors to the club section can enjoy a cultural journey that highlights this ancient heritage and its connection to men in the Arabian Peninsula for thousands of years, as falconry is a way of life and a hobby that Arabs have inherited generation after generation. Saudi Arabia has directed all airlines operating in the kingdom's airports, including the General Aviation, to refund the institutional quarantine package fee received from passengers while booking their tickets for the travel to the kingdom before Saturday's government decision to scrap the institutional quarantine requirement. The mandatory COVID-19 institutional quarantine and home quarantine are no longer required for travelers upon their arrival in the kingdom. It is also not required for passengers to submit a negative PCR test or antigen test result against coronavirus before coming to the kingdom. The Emirates Mars mission, named Hope, is returning a number of unique observations of Martian dust storms, providing information and insight into the way in which these storms evolve and spread across huge swathes of the planet. Coordinated observations made by the EXI camera and the EMIRS infrared spectrometer characterize the thermal state of the surface and lower atmosphere and provide details of the geographic distribution of dust, water, vapor, and water and carbon dioxide ice clouds over time scales of minutes to days. COVID vaccinated and unvaccinated passengers need not to take a test after arriving at Abu Dhabi International Airport. It has been announced. They can opt to take a test at their own expense. It will cost 40 dirhams to take the test at the arrival's PCR facility. Guests who are not vaccinated and are traveling to Abu Dhabi must present a negative PCR test result taken within 48 hours of departure or a COVID-19 recovery certificate with a QR code dated within 30 days of departure. Children younger than 16 are exempt from this. Students enrolled in Indian schools in Oman are likely to be split into shifts if their classrooms do not have enough space to accommodate all of them till the precautions to prevent the spread of COVID-19 continue. While all necessary preventive measures have been adopted to ensure the safety of students and staff, discussions are underway to determine how to ensure physical classes run smoothly. Plans being made by the board to separate students in high-density classrooms were welcomed by the parents as well. It has been revealed. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Love English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shana Sultana. Good night.